Hey friends, welcome back to POMpod. I'm Travis with Gasper Law. For those who don't know me, I'm an estate planning attorney based in Texas, and I'm also a proud gay man who's passionate about inclusive healthcare. September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and today's episode is special. My goal is to have a warm, open conversation about prostate cancer, what it is, why awareness matters, and how we can support each other through it. This topic is very personal to me, as you'll soon hear. But even if you've never thought much about prostate cancer, stick around. We're going to talk about who's at risk, the importance of early detection, what symptoms to watch for, treatment options, and how community and love play a role in healing. We'll also share some resources and support networks, including LGBTQ plus inclusive ones, because no one should feel alone in facing this. So whether you have a prostate, love someone who does, or just want to learn and support others, I invite you to get comfortable and join me for the next few minutes. This is a judgment-free zone, and I promise to keep things approachable and inclusive. Now, let's dive in. I want to start by sharing a personal story, one that changed my life this year. This past spring, my husband Carlos and I got news no one ever wants to hear. Carlos was diagnosed with prostate cancer at just 47 years old. Very aggressive, already advanced, to the point that if we had caught it any later, it might have been too late. We were absolutely stunned. 47 is far younger than most people associated with this disease. It all started when Carlos went in for a routine checkup. He felt fine. He was active, healthy, doing life. A lab result raised a red flag, which led to imaging and then a biopsy. Carlos got the call from the urologist on May 13th at 2 p.m., and I'll never forget the words he relayed to me. It's cancer, it's high risk, and it's very aggressive. Those words punched the air out of you. We quickly learned it wasn't early or slow growing. It was fast moving and advanced beyond what anyone expected for his age. The timeline got real fast. Second opinions, a treatment plan, hard conversations about side effects, fertility, sex, continence, things you never think you'll discuss over coffee with the person you love most. Here's the part I want you to take to heart. We caught it just in time. Had we waited even a little, our options might have narrowed drastically. That screening set off a chain that saved his life. Being a gay couple added another layer to this journey. We noticed many pamphlets and websites assumed every patient's spouse was a woman. Little things that can make you feel invisible when you most need to be seen. We had to search for information and support that spoke to families like ours, though. And thankfully, we did find some compassionate, inclusive healthcare providers and even an online support group specifically for gay and bisexual men, which made a world of difference. It reminded me that healthcare needs to be inclusive of everyone, and that no one should feel left out or alienated when they're facing something like this. Carlos's story has a happy ending, but I know not everyone is so lucky. That's one big reason I'm sharing this. Prostate cancer is something we all need to be aware of, and catching it early can literally save lives. If our experience convinces even one listener to talk to their doctor about screening or to check in on a loved one's health, then sharing our scare is absolutely worth it. Carlos is in treatment and recovery. There are good days and hard days. But there's also hope, humor, and a whole lot of love. If you're in this fight right now, you are not alone. If you love someone who has a prostate, please keep listening. There's so much we can do together. So, quick facts. Who's at risk? Well, anyone with a prostate. Risk rises with age. About 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime. Most cases occur at the age of 65 and over, and the average age of diagnosis is around 67. It's rare under 40, but younger diagnoses do happen, especially with family history or certain genetic factors. Disparities. Black men face substantially higher incidence and about double the mortality compared to white men. An urgent call for earlier conversations about screening and equitable access to care. When it comes to family and genetics, a father, brother, or multiple relatives with prostate or related cancers increases risk. Share your family history with your clinician. Two truths can coexist here. Many prostate cancers are slow growing, and some are aggressive and dangerous quickly. You don't know which you're facing until you look. Let's talk screening. Now, this is not medical advice, just a nudge to start the conversation with your clinician. A PSA blood test. It's a simple test that can flag risk. It's not perfect, but it's important. A digital rectal exam, or DRE. It's a quick check for irregularities. Shared decision making. The American Cancer Society recommends discussing screening at age 50 if you're at average risk, 45 if you're at higher risk, like Black men or those with a strong family history, and 40 for the highest risk groups. The American Urology Association supports offering a baseline PSA between 45 and 50 years old with individualized intervals. Talk through benefits, risks, and your risk profile. Why screening matters? Well, early stage prostate cancer often has no symptoms, which is why proactive conversations are life-saving. From an LGBTQ plus lens, gay and bi men, research is mixed. Some data show higher screening among gay and bi men, but gaps remain in informed and shared decision-making across sexual and gender minorities. So advocate for yourself, bring a support person, and get clear on next steps. For trans women and AMAB non-binary folks, if you still have a prostate, you can get prostate cancer. Hormone therapy may lower risk, but it doesn't make it zero. Screening can be more complex. Find an affirming clinician and discuss how hormones affect PSA interpretation. Key takeaways here. Screening doesn't diagnose cancer. It opens the door to clarity. If results are concerning, your team may recommend imaging and, if needed, a biopsy to know what you're dealing with. Now, here's the curveball. Again, early prostate cancer often has no symptoms. When symptoms do appear, they may include urinary changes like frequency, urgency, or a weak stream, blood in the urine or semen, new or worsening erectile dysfunction, persistent pain in the hips, back, or pelvis, unexplained weight loss or fatigue. These don't automatically mean cancer, but they do mean see your doctor. And please don't wait. Most Americans don't realize early disease is often asymptomatic. Treatment. Now, treatment depends on grade, stage, and your overall health. Options can include active surveillance, surgery, radiation, hormone therapy or ADT, and for advanced disease, systemic therapies such as chemotherapy or newer agents, all tailored to your case by your oncology team. Let's name the hard stuff out loud. Urinary changes or incontinence can happen, especially right after treatment. Sexual function often changes. Erections may take time and support to recover. Post-prostatectomy orgasms are typically dry, which can affect identity and intimacy. Mental health and relationships. Side effects can impact confidence and connection. Pelvic floor physical therapy, sexual medicine specialist, counseling, and open communication help a lot. Hope and adaptation. Many people find a new, fulfilling normal with patience, creativity, and support. Survivorship isn't just done with the treatment, it's ongoing follow-up, side effect management, and living the life you fought for. So if you have a prostate, start the conversation with your clinician about when screening makes sense. If something feels off, don't wait. If you love someone with a prostate, check in practically and emotionally. Offer rides, meals, note-taking at appointments. Be patient with recovery. It is a marathon. And use the mantra, no one fights alone. If you're LGBTQ+, seek affirming care and community. Your family structure is valid, your partnership is real, and your needs matter. Sexual and gender minorities can face disparities in outcome and support, so community matters. A health scare is the worst time to realize you're missing essentials. Consider medical power of attorney, who speaks for you. A HIPAA authorization, so your people can access information. An advance directive, stating your care preferences. A durable financial power of attorney, and when appropriate, a will or trust. These aren't just papers, they're love letters to the people who love you. Here's some resources, and you don't have to memorize these. Everything will be in the show notes. Zero, the End of Prostate Cancer, for education, mentoring, support groups, and LGBTQ+ resources. The Prostate Cancer Foundation, excellent free patient guides for localized and metastatic cancer. American Cancer Society, clear info on stats, screening discussions, and treatment. Cancer Support Community, or Gilda's Club, free support groups in many cities and virtual. The National LGBT Cancer Network, peer groups, trainings, and LGBTQ+ specific tools. OutCare Health, Outlist, plus the LGBTQ+ healthcare directory, where you can find affirming clinicians, including in Texas. If you need help finding something in Texas, reach out. We'll point you in the right direction. To Carlos, thank you for letting me share our story and for showing me what courage looks like. To everyone listening, talk to your doctor about screening. Check on the men and trans women in your life. Be the friend who drives, cooks, texts, sits quietly, and shows up. Prostate Cancer Awareness Month is more than a ribbon. It's about saving lives through early action and reminding each other that no one fights alone. If this helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'm Travis. Thanks for spending time with me on POMpod. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next time.